Hello guys, and welcome back to the channel. Tamer is actually out at the moment, but if you're new here, my name is Paul, and on this channel we document the journey of moving our lives and our business from the UK to Cyprus, which is something we're currently going through. As it stands, we have got residency in Cyprus, we have a place in Cyprus, all of that kind of good stuff. We're currently in the UK going through the process of selling our house, and we're flying back to Cyprus in a couple of weeks' time. And we're documenting everything, basically. There's loads of videos on this channel already of our life in Cyprus since we've been there. And upcoming, I'm going to be recording lots of videos about what it takes to set up a business over there and move our business and everything from the UK to Cyprus. So if all of that sounds interesting, then stick around, like, subscribe, do all that good stuff, because we've got lots of videos coming and we're going to keep rolling these out week after week. What I wanted to do today was just talk a little bit about something that I don't actually see many videos posted online about. And that isn't all of the good about moving to Cyprus. All of this kind of stuff is actually what it feels like going through the process of moving. Because over the past couple of weeks, my emotions have been all over the show with regards to this move. Obviously, it's incredibly exciting because we've got this whole future ahead of us in a beautiful climate and a lovely country. But then equally, we're packing up the house. We're getting rid of everything because we're not really taking anything over there with us. And just the emotions that come with that. And honestly, I've just been all over the show. But first, I'm just going to show you where we're at with our house. Tamer and I did come to an agreement where on the lead up to us moving over to Cyprus, we are going to split what needs doing. So she is taking care of the house and getting rid of everything, selling stuff, just clearing it all out, while I focus on our business and making sure that is still ticking along, because it's very easy for us to just get bogged down in the whole Cyprus move and get sort of in the swing of things with that, and the business can just sort of start to be a little bit neglected. And I did feel that for a little while, so I'm back on top with that now. So where we're at right now is offer accepted on a house. That's all going forward. Actually, we had a call from the estate agent the other day saying that they are expecting our completion to happen in middle of February, which is about 3 or 4 weeks away. It's a lot quicker than we thought it would be. We're actually planning on being in Cyprus at that point. So that basically means that we've got 2 weeks, because it's 2 weeks today until we fly over to Cyprus. So it means we've got 2 weeks to actually clear the house out, like entirely, because we're not taking anything with us. We'll take some clothes. We're just taking, the hand luggage and the cabin bag that you put over in the overhead locker. That's all we're taking. We've got some stuff over in the house in Cyprus already, clothes and things. But that means that everything that we've built up, Tamer and I have been living together for 17 years, everything that we've built up, we're getting rid of. We probably will have a little storage unit for some real personal things, but otherwise everything's going. And we started doing this on Monday this week. Today's Saturday, and Tamer has been at it full time, and she's made a world of difference. I'm going to show you around now. So the office hasn't really changed too much because working, but all of the desks are going to have to go. We had some plants and things that she's managed to get rid of. But when you come in here, this is one of our spare rooms, which is now basically empty. There was a bed in there. That was one of our guest rooms. This one over here was another spare room, and yeah, it looks a bit of a mess at the moment, but most of this is all sort of spoken for. A lot of this is going, all of her Harry Potter stuff is going. She had loads of Harry Potter Lego. Luckily, a guy just came round one night and paid for it all and then took it all away. He wanted to box it up himself, so that was perfect. All Christmas stuff. We normally go quite big on Christmas, but yeah, so that's all going to have to go. That's coming along nicely. Nothing really much in the bathroom, and this is our room. The bed is actually being collected tomorrow, so we're going to be sleeping on an old mattress for a couple of weeks. And then we had a unit here with TV and everything. And then as we come downstairs, because we're selling a lot of stuff on Facebook Marketplace, you see, we're finding that quite good for this kind of thing. And all of this stuff here is here because it's being collected today, I think. Just stuff, isn't it, Sofas and things, this is all spoken for. These are all being collected. We had the buyers of our house. They came round a few days ago and they just went through the house and decided on things they wanted. So like the TV, the cabinets and all this kind of stuff is all staying because they want it, which makes our life easier. in the kitchen. This is looking terrible now. Obviously, dining table, everything's gone. That bed is also being collected tomorrow. Chairs are going today. Oh, you get the point. One thing I have got to do though is clear out our bar shed, and I'm going to be quite sad about that because I love that little place. There it is over there. We've got quite a bit of antique furniture in there because I wanted that real rustic, old English bar sort of look and feel to it, and we've managed to achieve that. So there's lots of stuff in there that needs to go. But yeah, that's as you can see, things are happening. Things are really moving quickly now, and it's not going to be long until this place is empty, really. So yeah, what I really wanted to do was kind of talk about how it feels going through this process. It feels very different to what I thought it would, to be honest. So it was back in September when we went across to Cyprus. We viewed a load of properties. We found one we wanted. We rented it there and then, basically. You know, we went across for 2 weeks, and at the end of those 2 weeks, we came home here with the keys for it. And that rental agreement started in October. So, and it's now January, middle of January. So we've had that place for 3.5 months. We've been paying for it, paying, you know, all of the bills, everything that comes with it. We've got a car over there which we've leased. So it's all like we've got our life over there now. And when we went across in November for 4 weeks, middle of November to middle of December. And when we were over there, we met new people. We started to form real early friendships with people, and it's just a wonderful feeling. When we flew back in December, we kind of felt so content that we were making the right decision and that things were progressing. Because if you've watched this channel, you'll know that my kind of fears, my big fears, were really around making friends over there and sort of being lonely. So I'm so grateful that we managed to do that and actually sort of start meeting people and things, which is wonderful. So when we came back, we were really grateful and content that was moving in the right direction. But we had a beautiful Christmas and New Year here, which was absolutely wonderful. January hit, and then it was all about getting the house ready for someone else to move into, which we kind of neglected over Christmas and New Year, mainly because we weren't here. We were out with friends and family. But yeah, now it's kind of reality has hit, and I don't know. I know it sounds really silly, but my emotions, you know, when you're clearing out your house, the house that you thought was going to be your forever house, or certainly one that we thought we were going to be in for a long time, and you're clearing out the memories. You know, it's only me and Tamer living here. We had our border collie, Willow. She was with us for 16 and a half years. And then, so you're just clearing out stuff, and you're like, just either throwing away things that you thought you'd have forever or selling stuff, you know, I know it's really basic, like the dining table and chairs that was behind us. We sold that, you know, it wasn't anything special. No, nothing, no ties to it. It wasn't handed down to us or anything like that. But the day it went, I felt so emotional because I was like, wow, you know, Christmas dinners were. I know it just sounds daft, it really does, but that's kind of how I felt about it. And just little things that I see we're either selling or donating and things like that on a daily basis at the moment, the house slowly clearing out, it just gives me that really weird feeling, and to a point where I'm actually questioning if it's the right thing to do. Me and Tamer had a good discussion about it, like, are we actually doing the right? Do we really want to do this? Because it feels permanent. It's not, because we can reverse it. You know, we can either come back at a later date, we can just pull out at the house sale, and if we don't like Cyprus, or if we really do miss everyone here and decide that we prefer being in the UK, then of course we have the option to come back and either buy a place or rent a place or whatever. So I understand that. But you know, when you feel content in your life, you know, you're in your home, you love it, you love the area, you're close to friends, close to family, and then you're kind of going through this upheaval of moving abroad, and you're kind of you don't have a house in the UK anymore. It's like a gut-wrenching feeling. But then I think to myself, hang on, this is what we wanted, right? So we're going to carry on doing it. Of course we are. It is what we want. I just have to get through this moment. And then I find myself feeling really bad because I feel depressed is definitely the wrong word, but I feel down about this whole move, all this kind of stuff. But then look what we've got to come at the end of it. You know, we're going to be moving to a beautiful country, beautiful house, a nice pool. It's got, you know, we're making friends over there, lovely climate and all that. We sold our business a couple of years ago, so we've still got some money from that. Our business is doing okay. We've got equity in this house that we'll have, so we'll be quite secure as well. And I'm feeling quite bad about that. But then I think all of the actual, you know, my friends as well, friends, family, so many people have got like actual problems. And there's me feeling down about what we're going through. And then that makes me feel worse because I feel really guilty. It's been a whirlwind over the past few weeks. But that being said, we are obviously pressing forward and we are looking forward to it, you know. But what I wanted to do in this video is just kind of share how I'm feeling about it at the moment, you know. And yes, it's wonderful and everything, but when you do go through the process, you are going to have those moments where you do feel a bit, you question yourself. Like, you know, when you see your belongings going out the door and you just see your house emptying and the house becoming a house as opposed to a home, which is kind of how it feels at the moment, then yeah, it really starts to hit home that it's, you know, real. And it almost feels like you can't stop it and you can't turn it around. But of course you can, you know. But yeah, I just wanted to share how I'm feeling about stuff at the moment and give you a quick update because we haven't posted on here for a while. But yeah, we're over to Cyprus beginning part of February, and that's going to be us. I don't think we'll be back here in this house after that, but that will be us permanently in Cyprus. We'll be coming back to the UK every 5 weeks or so. That's our plan at the moment, to see people and have catch-ups and things. You know, we don't know how long that will last. It's whether people actually care that we come back. You know, that's kind of the thing. But yeah, that's what we're going to do. Anyway, thanks guys for watching this little update. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this. If you're going through a similar process, or if you've done it, how did you really feel about it? Please leave a comment below. Like, subscribe, all that good stuff. And I'll see you in the next video.